Okay, so I'm doing this very unplanned. Dumating na aking package. This is very important to me right now. Let's open it up. See what it is. I've been longing to have one of these. This is not a toy. It's not a toy. I'm fumbling around. Okay, first of all, this is a bag. Ay, nakita na! Okay. It's, as you can see already, it's a Copic Bag. Okay. What is a Copic Bag? It's of course a most popular brand for brush markers or alcohol-based markers, and different brands pa aside from the markers. Marami silang products actually. So ito ay wallet for 24 pens that can be folded. Should I figure out how that it can fold into a parang ganyan? Yes, to hold yung mga 24 markers. Meron siyang zipper dito to put whatever this you want to put. Siguro yung mga pencil or what. This is just the bag. I ordered this along with some other things. Inuubo ko, hindi po ito COVID. Okay? Sasamid ako. Ito, yung importante. Okay, sirayan natin. Let's see what it is. Tagal ko nang gusto magkaroon nito. Dahil, not because popular siya, pero from the reviews of this marker, ito ang talagang magandang mag-blend ng markers because there are so many markers out there. Parang ito nga journey leading to this brand of markers. I've been trying a lot of markers, yung mga local markers, actually hindi ko alam kung local na, pero the cheap markers. And noong time na binili ko ito siguro about 3 years ago or what, 69.75 isa. So really cheap markers. Hindi ako bumibili online kasi nakakatakot, no? And then I try using also yung Tombow or Tombow brand of markers. Okay. Ito naman water-based kasi. Ito naman yung Winsor & Newton na pigment markers. I bought the skin tones. I also bought nung nasa Singapore ako when I had a tour there. Itong touch markers. Early this year, bumili ako ng itong Winsor Newton na brush marker. These are really great. Maganda yung blending niya, maganda yung color niya. The skin tones are great. Ngayon, maganda siya actually. Maganda itong gamitin. This cost, may price ba ito? Wala eh. Pero I bought a set kasi. Ang problema kasi, when you venture in marker art, you want to make sure na you're using high quality markers. And bihira kasi ang markers out there that are refillable. So itong Copic markers, ayan, sinabi ko. Itong Copic markers are actually the finest brand of markers that you can get out there that are refillable. So if you invest muna sa initial mo na purchase for these markers, yes, may kamahalan siya, pero eventually if you run out, if you overuse eventually yung marker itself, ang maganda dito yung mga nib kasi niya, yung dulo, yung brush and the chisel or the bullet nib, maano siya, very sturdy siya to a point na pwede mong i-refill yung marker, and they sell refills slightly higher than the price of the marker itself, syempre, pero you can refill the markers for more than 10 times. Yun ang kagandahan dito sa Copic. It's an investment actually. So I got, okay, these are the gray tones. These are the ayan, part of the skin tone set. Ayan, marami silang codes eh. The Copic markers has a total of I think around 358 colors, no? Pero you can choose kung anong color gusto mo because they blend nga. So you can do combinations. The light blue, the red, the light pink. So I'm investing. I've decided to invest na sa Copic markers because I'm not really happy doon sa mga ginagamit kong markers. I cannot produce really fine art with them. This is the blender. Ang sinasabi nila sa blender, supposedly from the term itself, should be blending colors. If you lay down two colors, should be blending, no? It doesn't do that actually. It erases actually. It pushes the color. Pero nice to have one pa rin. And then I also got some. Gosh, okay. Ito yung isang gray tone ko. The yellow and the orange. Ang laki ng spectrum of colors ni Copic markers. Okay. So, yeah. Ito ang artist's dream of having the Copic markers. There, the greens and the light yellow. And then finally, yan. Okay, so these are all my 21 Copic markers. This is an investment as an artist, really an investment. No? If you're seriously getting into art, this is the brand. If you have the resources naman, this is the brand that you should buy, the Copic. Maraming competitive brands na also. There's the Spectrum Noir, yung brush, yung Winsor Newton, the brush markers, but this is the go-to marker of every artist. No? This comes from Japan. Actually, no? So I was fortunate enough to find an online seller na mura compared to those na makikita mo sa Shopee, sa Lazada. Don't shop there. This one I found sa Facebook, and they have a Viber group that you can see yung lahat ng brands nila, and relatively much cheaper, no? Pero still mahal pa rin, no? Pero you know, I'm just so happy na finally I was able to find an online seller na legit talaga. Muntik na akong umorder actually sa Lazada ba or sa Shopee. Sasabihin ko ba yung pangalan ng kumpanya. Talagang ang difference ng price nila when it comes to set, libo po yung difference niya dito sa nabilang ko, no? This one is this supplier is actually affiliated with, I don't know if you're familiar with Great Toys Online, yung nasa Green Hills. It's actually a toy seller, no? And they also sell Copic markers. Ngayon, yung kapatid no may-ari noon is the one managing yung selling ng Copic markers. Yun, sumali ako sa Viber group nila nung nakita ko sa Facebook. Siguro ay isama ko na lang yung link to their to the group, no? So yeah, so happy to have this, and hopefully I'll be posting some of my works using the Copic markers. I guess yung very first art ko using the Copic markers, no, I will be posting a time lapse. Actually, I have one sketch already that's waiting to be colored. Muntik ko ng kulayan ng ibang markers ko, but when I checked LBC, pina-courier ko kasi when I checked LBC, and it said na actually may error actually yung seller na hindi sinabi sa LBC na ipipick upin ko sa branch ng LBC. So ang nakalagay lang doon sa address is kung anong floor ng mall yung LBC, not saying LBC talaga. So I had to go to the warehouse, which is fortunately malapit naman sa mall, and picked it up myself. There you go. Markers, 24 colors. There. Yan. So happy. There it is. Copic markers. Medyo matagal kong ginawa to, no? Because of course I don't have the luxury of time talaga to sit down for a whole day para gawin to. But anyway, it's a good practice for my Copic markers. Some things I learned habang ginagawa ko itong piece of artwork na to. Very important talaga na you choose your paper well. Kasi for starters, I used this Fabriano. It's actually a watercolor paper. Ngayon, learning lesson for me, okay lang, no? As you can see naman, nagbe-blend naman. However, kailangan pa mag-exert ng konti pang effort and a lot of ink. So, in fact, this watercolor paper really sucks out the ink from your pen. And so, that's why I had to order refill inks, no? Sa binilang ko. So, as you can see, this is the various ink of Copic markers. Ito yung sinasabi ko na you can refill as much as 12 times sa marker nito with one bottle. So you don't have to throw away the marker if talagang gamit na gamit mo ang iyong marker and to a point na yung nib mo, this one or the chisel edge nib ay napudpod, meron ding replacement for that na bibili, no? So ang importante really sa Copic system or whatever you may call it, the really important thing about the Copic markers is actually the case itself, no? The body itself. Dahil nandun yung nandito yung nasa loob ng chamber yung pad or fibers na nag-hold ng ink. So if you take care of your markers, if you use them always on a regular basis, mame-maintain mo yung quality ng iyong markers. And so that's why it's really handy to have a various ink for the colors na madalas mong gagamitin talaga. You don't have to buy every color na according sa iyong lineup of colors. So eventually, if I find out yung mga kulay na madalas kong gagamitin for my future artworks, I may order refill inks for them. So that's the beauty of it. Instead of throwing away your markers, like oh my god, like ito mga Winsor Newton ko, tsaka yung mga Shinhan touch markers ko na may kamahalan din. Most of these are already dried up, and these are all skin tones, no? Yung kasi ang mali sa akin, no? I talaga hurried to buy markers without really parang practicing on the blending and how to apply the colors with the marker. So it's really handy also na nakapag-practice din ako sa mga murahing markers. So that's it. That's my initial impression on the Copic and review of some sort, no? And hopefully may na pick up kayo, no? Any tips for those who are curious about Copic markers. And so thank you for watching. I'll see you around, guys. Maraming salamat.